Have you ever felt that you are just stuck in a loop of negative thinking? That opportunities come and they go and then continue to pass you by? Maybe it's because you're afraid to ask for them, or you're facing so many challenges and it seems like there is not a silver lining in sight. If any of this resonates with you, this video is for you. There were years where I wrestled with the same feelings. And that's when I discovered these 3 profound mindset shifts that changed. Really, they rewired my brain and changed how I view life, relationships, and every obstacle that comes my way. I know there's a lot of fluff out there in the personal development space, but today I'm going to share these 3 exact shifts that I made, and you can adopt them too. Mindset shift number 1. Everything happens for a reason. Do not turn the video off. I know it sounds like a cliche, but this is the number 1 rule that I live by in life because everything truly does happen for a reason. In the past, when something didn't go my way, I might spiral, I might get real negative, real down, and really disappointed that things did not work out the way that I wanted them to. And sometimes I would get so stuck in that rut, that negative spiral, that I wouldn't be able to have the perspective of it's actually a redirection. Every rejection, that is a redirection. Everything that doesn't work out for you, something better is coming. My old mindset with this, things would not go my way, things wouldn't work out the way that I wanted them to, I would be disappointed, I'd be negative, I would spiral, and I would overthink so much. I could think back to a moment where I really wanted to get this job. I applied for it, I followed up, I sent an awesome resume, I even sent in a video with it. You could, it was optional, but I did it anyways. And I was really excited to get this position. I really wanted this position. I didn't necessarily want to work for someone, but at the same time, I knew that this would be a great resume builder and also just a great experience and life builder. It would open so many doors for me. Weeks went by, I did not hear back from them. Still to this day, I've never heard back from them actually. Not even, we really loved your video, we're gonna keep you on the sideline, none of that. And I was so down about it. I was beating myself up and really over nothing now that I think about it, but I was so down about it. I was beating myself up and I was just like, why didn't this go my way? This is exactly what I want. Why didn't this go my way? It was so frustrating. But then an even better opportunity came along and that really just put things into perspective for me. I thought if I would have accepted this opportunity or if I would have been in the middle of this opportunity, I would have never been able to receive or accept the better opportunity. This isn't the first time that something like this has happened to me, whether it's the job, the relationship, the move, whatever I'm really wanting and I don't seem to get it. It wasn't just this experience that made me have this aha moment and start to believe everything happens for a reason. Obviously, there were multiple events like this, whether it was a job, an opportunity, a relationship, whatever it was. Whenever I started to realize that each time that I didn't necessarily get what I want, I appreciated what I did receive more, or I got something better, that's when I realized that everything happens for a reason. The rejection, that's redirection, and it's actually a blessing. Having the mindset that everything happens for a reason has taught me not to spiral, to trust, not to go down this negative rabbit hole, but to literally say out loud, everything happens for a reason. And to just trust and have faith that it is all going to work out for me. And you can do this too. What is one simple practice that you can start today or tomorrow that's going to cultivate more trust in yourself and more trust that the universe has your back and it's going to work out how it's meant to. So that means whether it's a crappy breakup, you didn't get the guy, or you didn't get the job, or you didn't get the car, whatever it is, you have to trust that everything happens for a reason. And what you're going to receive is going to be even better than you imagine. But how do you remind yourself of this when things get tough? Whether you journal, practice daily gratitudes, write down reframing thoughts, if you're thinking all these negative thoughts, reframe those into positive thoughts, whatever it is. Choose one practice. I don't care if that practice is being absolutely strategically, intentionally delusional. Choose one simple daily practice to remind yourself that everything happens for a reason. Mindset shift number 2. The ask anyway mindset. I believe this saying goes, closed mouths don't get fed. And one thing about me is I am always going to ask. I'm probably going to ask twice. I'm probably going to be told no twice before I accept no for an answer. Before I made this shift, I wonder how many opportunities did I miss? Because I was afraid of being seen, because I was afraid of speaking up, because I was afraid of hearing the word no. And did I fear rejection more than I feared regret? All because I didn't want to hear this big, scary word, no. Because I used to be this way. I used to not want to ask. They're going to say no. I would just assume that they're going to say no. There was this moment when I had so much on my plate, but I had this great opportunity that presented itself. And I thought, I'm just going to throw out a number. And if they take this number, then I'll do it. If they agree to this number, then I'll do it. And if they don't agree to it, they're probably not going to agree to it. That's fine. I have so much on my plate, it won't matter anyways. And I was so surprised they agreed to the number, and they not only agreed to that number, but we continued working together from that point. I think they say, don't be afraid to ask for more. The universe is not on a budget. And that is so true. That just goes to show you that if you are not afraid to make bold moves, and it could be a small bold move, the universe responds to those who move that way. Closed energy will never lead to an open life. You will not get everything that you want out of this one life that you live if you continue to play small just because you're afraid of rejection, of being seen, of being heard, or being your true authentic self. So I want you to think, what is the smallest ask that you can ask tomorrow to start practicing this? And how are you going to deal with rejection if you do get rejected? Because I don't want you to let it stop you from asking again. So you could go back to our first mindset shift and believe that everything happens for a reason. Or you can have this mindset of being delusional. Or you can have this mindset of, I'm going to ask anyway. They might say no. And I want them to say no the first time, but I'm going to ask anyway. And lastly, the final mindset shift, keeping a positive mindset. I know we've heard that my thoughts shape my reality, or change your narrative, choose your narrative, change your life. When I would have a series of unfortunate events and they would just keep adding up and I never could find the silver lining. I thought things were never going to get better. They were never going to improve. Or worse, one bad thing would happen to start my day or in the middle of the day. I would just let it ruin the rest of the day, or I would let it ruin the week. I would let a negative event, a negative moment really have power and control over me. For example, you get a nail in your tire or you get a flat tire and you have such a busy day and you just let that put you in a negative headspace. You have so many things to do. Now this is interrupting your morning. It's ruining your day. It's ruining your mood. And now you can't do the things that you have planned. You have to handle this. That's happened to me. I'm sure that's happened to you. And it might happen to one of us tomorrow. But what if you let that moment pass and you saw it as a negative moment, 5 minutes, couple hours, but you didn't let it have power over you. You didn't let it have power over your day. What if you did that? What if you really changed and shifted your perspective and thought that this is just a moment, that this is going to pass, and you're not going to let it ruin your day? I remember when this happened to me, and I was so frustrated. I was honestly just in such a bad mood. And even it's like I knew that I was in a bad mood, but I just kept staying there. I was stuck in that bad mood. But at the same time, I could kind of feel that was my choice. And I was just like, oh, this is annoying. My friend came to me that day and she had such great news and I wanted to be so excited for her. And I was excited for her. But at the same time, I was just like, I said to her, I was like, I am just trying to shake this bad mood. Like my morning did not start off great. I had so many things that I had to do today. I still made it and I got everything done, but like I just cannot shake this icky feeling off of feeling negative or drained or in a bad mood. And I was not trying to rain on her parade. I told her that. It just got me stuck. If I thought about it, the rest of my day was fine. I did everything that I needed to do. It was just a moment, a negative moment, a bad moment. And yes, it was compounded with all of the series of unfortunate events that were happening. It's okay. It wasn't worth ruining the whole day over. Basically, at that point, I had two choices. I could take that bad energy, that negative energy, that narrative into the next day, or I could say tomorrow's going to be a new day. Tomorrow's going to be a better day. And I'm not going to let a negative moment ruin my mood or my day or my week. And that's what I did. Really, I did all of these mindset shifts over and over again until I did not let these things affect me as much as they used to. How I work through those negative thoughts and reframe my mind looks different now. Of course, I have a therapist. Also, I can have an intention or an affirmation that I can say to myself that puts me in a better headspace. To not let that negative moment control my mood or my day or my life. I'm certainly not going to allow it to ruin it. Say a negative thought popped into my head or something bad happened and I'm about to get stuck again. What if I thought everything happens for a reason, the first mindset shift, and I affirmed that and made that my intention and made that my belief and I said that to myself as many times as I needed to, even out loud until I believed it, then what would happen? I bet you I wouldn't think that negative thought, because that's what I do. Here's how you can make this shift too. I'm able to do this in my mind because I've done it so many times, but you could also write it down. Write down your negative thought, write down your limiting belief, your negative moment, and then reframe it with either something positive, something limitless, or something that's going to put you in a better mood. Sometimes you have to think, is this thought, is this limiting belief, is this negative thought, this negative moment, is this really serving me? Or does it really not matter that much? Can I let this go so I can continue to have a good day and be in a good mood? Or do I want to let it have power over me? And if you need more positivity in your day, practice daily gratitudes. Journal the things that you're grateful for. Make sure you're consuming positive content. Make sure you're doing your affirmations. And if you feel like you're a little stuck or in a rut, challenge yourself to create new affirmations for yourself. You can change your affirmations up as much as you want. I love to do them seasonally or yearly, but it really just depends. Sometimes you need to shake things up a little bit and have new energy. So yes, the routines, the outfits, the glow-ups, they do all matter. None of that matters if your mindset is still stuck in limiting beliefs or still stuck in survivor mode. You'll never fully feel like that girl and be able to show up as her. These 3 mindset shifts help me to stop shrinking, stop waiting, stop playing small, and fully embody and step into the energy of that girl. It is an energy after all. It helped me to step into the version of myself that was in my head that I always knew I could be, but in real life. So if you're becoming that girl, or if you just want to rebrand into that girl, welcome. I hope you like, comment, subscribe, and hang out here with us. And speaking of comments, I want to know, let me know which one of these resonated for you the most, which mindset shift. And is there something that you're stuck on, and how can I help you? Because maybe I can help you with the mindset shift or to reframe it, or even a different perspective. These 3 mindset shifts not only changed my life, but they completely rewired my brain, how I approach every challenge, every opportunity, and even myself. Remember, this journey of personal development, of growth, self-love, of healing, of becoming that girl is not about perfection. It's about progress, steps in the right direction. It's about consistency, even if it's micro steps of consistency, micro consistency, showing up for yourself and choosing yourself every day. If there is a mindset shift that's deeply impacted you, I would love to know that too, because maybe it's something that I haven't heard before. Thank you so much for watching, for hanging out with me here, and I hope this helped you. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.